The man spent 10 years in prison. The first thing he did after getting out was watch his wife spend $1 billion to buy a mansion for his first love. And the only reason she dared to do that was because of the unlimited black card the man had given her before. As she basked in everyone's praise, she had no idea that the man had already frozen all her supplementary cards before coming back. Today, he was determined to make the two of them pay dearly. Turns out, 6 months ago, his wife reported him for drunk driving and hit and run, even faked security footage as evidence, just to send him to prison, so she and his first love could take his fortune. Over the past 6 months, the man proved he was framed, and discovered that his wife had been with his first love all along. Even worse, their so-called son was actually her and her lover's child, so the man swore he would make them pay for it. When he got home, he opened the door and saw his wife sweetly helping her lover put on shoes. During his time in prison, she had even moved her lover's whole family into their house. To the man, this was nothing but a sick joke. His wife finally noticed him and snapped, asking why he was back. The man said maybe he shouldn't have returned. Instead of comforting him, she accused him of being jealous, saying his possessiveness was too much. Then she even said, if he couldn't handle it, he should just leave. The man looked around and saw traces of his wife's lover everywhere. Even their old wedding photo had been replaced with one of her and the lover. He asked his wife if she thought this was fair to him, but she just said he was being unreasonable. Then she went as far as telling him to apologize to her lover and his son. The lover stepped in, saying, the man just got out of prison and must be in a bad mood. He added that, as an educated man, he wouldn't stoop to argue with an ex-convict. Hearing that broke the man's heart. Then his wife brought out his luggage, told him to take his stuff and leave, saying he was wasting their time. Her shamelessness was beyond belief. The man angrily said they were the ones who should leave. At that, the lover's son got mad and started smashing things around the house, saying the place wasn't good enough for him and his father anyway. Hearing that, the wife agreed, saying she'd buy them the most expensive mansion. She bragged she'd only get the best and most luxurious house for them, since her husband had plenty of money. The lover smirked and said, he just got out of prison. You really think he'll let you spend that much? But the wife was full of confidence. In her mind, he still loved her too much to ever refuse her, so she arrogantly ordered the man to buy a villa for her lover. Instead of arguing, the man quietly agreed. Once his wife and her lover left, he immediately called his assistant, ordered that all the assets gifted to his wife be taken back, all her cards cancelled, and the divorce papers prepared. She'd walk away with nothing. Meanwhile, his wife, still touring mansions, had no idea what was coming. When she saw a villa priced at only $3 million, she said it wasn't worthy of her lover's status, and insisted on seeing the most expensive one available. When they arrived at a mansion worth $1 billion, her lover and his son were thrilled, but pretended to act unimpressed, saying, it's fine, I guess. The wife chimed in, only a place like this suits them. The lover then acted like the owner, inviting the man to come in and take a look. She had no idea that this time, he wouldn't be paying for anything. Inside the villa, the lover's son treated it like his own home, smashing the TV, saying he'd replace it with a better one. As they were still fantasizing, the sales manager stormed in, furious. The lover arrogantly declared that he was now the owner and could smash whatever he wanted, but he didn't know the villa had already been bought by someone else. The wife demanded to pay double, and said the manager had to sell it to her. The manager replied, double means 10 billion. The wife didn't even blink, thinking her husband would cover it anyway. Her lover's son went even further, destroying more of the furniture. The wife told her husband to take note of everything her son broke, so he could replace it with the most expensive versions later. Watching her behavior, the man couldn't stand the act anymore. He was dying to see their faces when they realized they couldn't pay. The lover and his son kept flattering the wife, praising her endlessly, until she lost all sense of who she was. She even started dreaming of her son taking over her husband's company, and impulsively bought another estate for him. Seeing their disgusting faces, the man was furious inside, and swore he wouldn't spend another cent on them. Soon the contract was brought out. The manager warned her again that once signed, there'd be no refunds, and a huge penalty for canceling. The wife didn't care and signed right away, then turned to order her husband to pay. He just looked at her blankly, and said he didn't know what she was talking about. At that moment, both his wife and her lover were left completely stunned.